Redvan was a city of smog, sirens, and silent disappearance. Its freight corridors were lined with blacksite terminals, old war bunkers retrofitted by urban shade industries. Hidden in that labyrinth, Dev Ramos ran. He gripped a drive full of stolen data like it was a fuse about to spark. Behind him, his younger brother Tim limped, trailing blood. "This was a recon job," Tim spat. "We weren't supposed to touch root files." "They weren't guarded like root files," Dev hissed. "Some of this wasn't meant to exist." Tim flashed the drive's display, glowing red flags and file designations. Project Hadal, origin year 1965, entity classification, Z-series, file, Leon, Z153, aquatic mutation logs, cognitive uplift experiment, subject, Solace. "What the hell is this?" Tim whispered. "Proof," Dev said, "that something's alive down there, something old." The alley ahead was blocked by drones. Urban shade soldiers deployed. One shouted, "Stop! Units 57 and 58 are now classified as expendable by Ledvan. Ordnance 64. Before they could blink, a tranquilizer dart struck each of their necks. Then, silence. Dev woke to metal creaking and pressure groaning. He was sitting inside a submarine, it looked like. Across from him, Tim stared back in a groggy terror. "Where are we?" Tim muttered. "Not dead," Dev replied. "Yet." A screen flickered overhead. EZ-57 and EX-58 confirmed. Descent initiated. Target, blacksite Hadal. Depth, 9,321 meters. Mission, crystal retrieval and site diagnostics. Survival rate, 2.3%. A hollow synthetic voice followed. Hadal was sealed in 1982, reactivated under Directive C, prepare for environmental breach. Tim clenched the restraints. "This is punishment, not protocol." "No," Dev said, eyes narrowing. "It's containment, and they're using us as paint." The submarine slammed into an underwater dock. Steam burst. A corroded airlock hissed open, revealing a pitch-black tunnel smeared in old warning tape and rusted stains. A PA voice buzzed overhead.
"Welcome to the blacksite. Crystal News remains unretrieved. Proceed to separate one auto storage."
Dev and Tim stepped into darkness. The corridor walls were pockmarked with bite marks. Strange ones, serrated, circular, too large for any known species. Tim read a plaque. Z153, aquatic entity, containment abandoned. Z367, pandemonium. Contact lost. They passed locked containment cells. Most were shattered open from the inside, doors warped outward. Pressure-proof glass was cracked, as if something inside had wanted to desperately. Then, a flicker of lights. Once, twice, a deep hum vibrated the rails below. Suddenly movement. A horrible wet screech, and vanished around a corner. So quickly the corridor vibrated in its wake. Dev shoved Tim behind a bulkhead. "That wasn't human. It wasn't anything," Tim muttered. "It was swimming through air. And it didn't see us this time." Loop Corridor 3A was different. No air movement. Lights stable. Then came a distant scream. Thin, female, but impossibly distorted. "The lights aren't flickering this time," Dev said. "But that scream..." Tim paused. "It's moving!" The scream returned. Louder. Then again. Closer. Suddenly a blur streaked across the hallway. A pinkish, giant, fish-like creature, fins mutated into hooked limbs, raced past. Its gaping jaw spread wide with jagged teeth. Its body twisted unnaturally, like something genetically pulled out of proportion. "What are these things?" Tim asked. "Modifies fish?" Dev whispered. "Aquatic experiments?" "Listen, Tim, I know I can't say this, but what the actual fuck, man? We're never making it out of here alive," said Dev. They pressed onward, pulse rising with every silent flicker of movement behind them. The path to the crystal was submerged knee-deep in thick black water. Ahead, lockers sat cracked open, Scorch marks seared their edges. Then lights flicker, next metal scraping, slow, repetitive. The sound of something dragging claws along steel. "Get in!" Dev ordered. They dove into nearby lockers. Seconds later, the corridor screamed. It entered tall, skeletal with long limbs, bent in reverse. Its face was stretched in agony, eyes all over inside its mouth. Screaming, forcefully shoving its body against the locker door. Inside, Dev gripped the lock handle tight. It pushed, hard. "It's trying to open it," said Tim, scared. "It knows." They both grunted, holding the doors closed as the thing howled and slammed again. Then it stopped. The entity slinked away, its screams fading away into the halls. It wasn't guessing. It knew someone was inside, Dev said.